FC is hard as hell. United, Tottenham, Arsenal. Watch my lips, and I will spell. Cause they don't just play, but they can rap as well. Liverpool FC.
My idea was to go Liverpool into
Yes, people. We are back again for another episode of the Anfield South podcast. It's me, your boy Slim, as always, present and correct. And today, to my left, we got Fridge, aka Jules. You saying, bro?
I'm back, man. I'm back. Nice. It looks nice, you know.
Yeah, enjoying the new digs, yeah?
Yeah, that's good, man.
And to my right, my friend Bajan Bruce in the building.
Bajan Bruce here, man. I'm so happy at the moment with my team at the moment, man. Let's get right into it, man.
Yeah, man. Let's get down to it, man. So yesterday's game was Liverpool-West Ham. Final score 3-2, which I think was a surprise to most people that, you know, West Ham actually had the cheek to come and score 2 goals at Anfield.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
It is what it is, boy.
Let's go from the top. I mean, it started well. I mean, Trent's delivery, like, he had no right delivering that ball, did he?
Wild.
Yeah, I said, shout out, corner. Leave it for corner. Yeah. That's it.
You're thinking he's going to let it run, and I think half of the players in the box thought he was going to let it run, and then he just pulls something out the bag, like
mental, and it's the way like Winnie's just there, grazed it and just gone. To be fair, they're hitting up the keeper. Don't get me wrong, he was thing, but when it's done at that pace, it's hard to kind of call it. You know, it's easy to say, oh, he should do better, but yeah.
No, it was a great finish from Ronaldo. Yeah, the keeper could have done better, but I just think it was the way it was going, how it was going into the corner. I just don't think he got a strong enough hand on it.
100%.
But it wasn't deep. It wasn't like really in the corner.
But it was heading towards. It was going away from his glove. Yeah. See what I mean?
If it's at him, he's saving that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So yeah. So we start off good, and I'm sitting back. I don't know about you two, but I'm sitting back thinking, here we go. Here we go. Innit? Do you know what I mean?
For me, I'm not gonna lie. I did say, I said to someone else, games like this are the banana skins. And the reason being is, at the end of the day, these guys look at this fixture and say, and especially with how we're playing at the moment, they look at this and go, if we walk away with this with a point, we've done fantastic. We get 3, it's even better. But they're not, this is a write-off. This is a free hit, like, innit?
Well, David Moyes said that about the previous fixture and this fixture, the Man City, because they had Man City before us.
So it's free hits. So really, at the end of the day, you don't go out there, express yourself, and do something. At the end of the day, what's the worst? All they can try and do is try and stop the amount of goals that we could score in that sense. But
because I think
fire with fire.
For West Ham, I think the goal difference could play a vital role down the season, being in the relegation battle.
100.
So I think they're just trying to stem. You're right. So you think they come with a fuck it attitude?
100%. 100%. I mean, if you think about it, we played Norwich. I'm not going to go back because it's what we've already covered that, but. The same thing was with Norwich. That game was a tough game. That weren't no walk in the park, and they're holding up the Premiership at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So it's no disrespect to him, but but you see what I'm saying? It's like West Ham might play. I don't know who they got next.
They got Southampton at the weekend.
You see now they play. That's a massive game for them. But you know what? They might flop against Southampton. They might not even play how they played against us. That's how it goes. Those are the tricky games.
Yeah. Because these teams raise their game for the big boys, don't they? Especially,
And don't you find that, I don't know about you guys, don't you lot find that West Ham actually are a bit of a sticky thing for us? Like, I find anytime we play them, it's never like plain sailing, like your Snodgrasses of this world. Especially, our thing didn't hurt us this time. What's his name? What's that black guy that plays up the top?
Antonio.
Yeah, normally he's a problem for us, you know?
He's got problems though. He's got his injury problems. He can't. I don't think he can train. I think he's a bit of a leadly king, but I think it's his hamstrings. If I'm correctly, so he's not what he
was before.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have an early bath on his career.
But
if my opinion.
Before the goal, we did have, because I think Trent initially gave away the first corner.
No, you're right, Jules. There was a corner that came in. Trent then slices it and it goes up. And then he takes a second go at it, but it goes out.
No, for the initial first ever corner, I think he did a move where he could have kicked it away. And first initial, because they had like 3 corners.
Yeah, it was before they scored.
Yeah, before they scored. And I was like, come on, get this ball away, can't get this out. And I was like, come on.
Well, let's talk about, because it came out to Salah. And Right, Salah's not the greatest in the air, but I feel like if you're on the edge of the box and defensively, you've got to be able to do something. He goes for the head, doesn't win it, doesn't really affect the West Ham defender, and it comes back in, which then leads to Trent slicing it, and then it going out for another corner, which then results in another corner, and then the goal. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and then for the goal, does anyone else with me on this one? But I'm making Winnie kind of responsible because he's got that zone in front of the near post. And as the ball
We're
comes...
talking about the header, obviously, the equaliser.
The equaliser. And as the ball comes out, Winnie runs out and vacates that area in front of the near post. If he stays, it's kind of a catch-22.
Well, Gomez was behind him, innit?
No, I'm not sure, but it's kind of a catch-22 because I think they've all been told once the ball goes out, you get up and you get out.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? If he stays in and then someone's next to him and then it goes to them and then he's out, you see what I mean? So it's a bit of a catch-22. But if Winnie holds that position and stays on that front post area, he clears that with ease. But
it's easy, but as you said before you started with that statement, it's easy to say that, but you know what I'm saying?
Hindsight, innit? It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
what we're
I hear what
doing.
you're
I
saying.
don't think he could have done much
though.
with the save. I don't think he could have saved it because
With Alisson.
That was more going in. You know, you couldn't foresee it that it's going to happen that way.
Do you know what? Again, do you know what? I personally feel that both of those goals that were scored, so our goal and their goal, were pretty much like, if the keeper's like, because I've seen Alisson save way thing than that. And that there is a strong hand, and he gets that, like, flicks that out because he's there, innit? I felt he was there. I think he was actually annoyed with himself.
does he see it in time?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, as a goalie, I don't think that's a hard one to save. You're going backwards, near post. It's really hard to dig it out and bring it out. It is because you're going down as well. So I don't think.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna say the other one was difficult, I'm gonna say that to me, that's pretty much the same level. That's how I look at it.
I think they were. The commentators were saying that it was an error from sort of both keepers, if you like. But
I don't see it as an error as such. I just think it's all about steps in it, and if you're there, if you're ahead of that, you anticipate that it's gonna go there, which is hard to say.
But this is my point about Wijnaldum. If you look at Alisson's positioning, he's positioned because Wijnaldum's where he is. So he's positioned more towards the middle of the goal because he's got a man on the line, so he knows Wijnaldum's covering that area.
Right.
And as Wijnaldum vacates that area, I don't know if he's expecting Wijnaldum to vacate that area or not, but he's still in that position that he's in. And then it comes in that area, which is slightly out of his reach. So as a goalkeeper, what do? Do you step over to your left? Or you can't really step because you don't know where that ball's gonna go.
100%.
So I think he sees it late a little bit personally as well.
I think he's more pissed that he conceded a goal.
100%.
You think so?
Yeah, I think because maybe
We conceded 7 goals before. He's conceded 7 goals before last night, and he goes and concedes 2. Just like, you know what I mean?
So I think he was more pissed that he's like, damn, I've conceded because I think it was in a clean sheet bonus. You know what I mean? So I think you look pissed. You wasn't happy.
Excuse me.
I'd like, hey, Becca, if you're watching, I want to know why you were pissed. Were you pissed because you didn't make it, or you pissed because you didn't get that goal bonus, bro?
A, B, 1, all black, everything. Top goalkeeper, all the same.
Banging.
There we go. It goes 1-1, and I'm thinking at 1-1. Don't know about you, but I'm still thinking, that's okay. Then tell me what happens.
Half time, innit?
What happens next?
Half time, you go in. You're thinking to yourself, you don't know. You're thinking, well, we're going to score.
We have all the ball.
Yeah.
We have all the ball.
Then
we were having all the ball, but can you guys honestly say we had all the ball and we were like, it weren't. I mean, you can have it, and I'm happy. At Liverpool, sometimes we've played teams, and I'm like, I'm happy for them to have it. If you're not doing it in the right areas, and it's all good and well, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what we forgot? We forgot the lineup,
Nah.
No, because Keita got brought into this game.
We'll get to that.
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you what, I'll be honest with you. I know you're waiting, but you're going to wait in vain, bruv, because I'm not going to do the Keita thing today, bruv, because I think we did it last week, and we've done it so many times before. Yeah, and I just think the consensus, tell me if I'm wrong, the consensus amongst most Liverpool fans is that he hasn't hit the heights that we expected of him, or that we feel that he's capable of. So whilst I understand that a lot of people think he had a poor game or whatever, I just don't want to do the Keita thing again.
Well, no, I appreciate that. But you know what I would say though, just a quick one on it really, is the fact that I think one of the problems and I've kind of evaluated this over earlier on today, was that the fact that with Fabs come in, needed a little bit of time, but then is done well. You know, all these other players that we've had that have come in, they needed a little bit of time and then they've come on. Like with him, it's just like you're giving him that go, you're willing him to do well, and it don't happen.
No, but you got on the ball and he was driving forward.
You know what? And you're right, Jules. In the first 15, 20 minutes or so, he was picking up the balls in positive positions and he was looking forward. But I just think he's got a lot of expectation on his shoulders and people want to see more. People want to actually see those Coutinho-esque passes, if you like.
Do you know why he starts? He starts this game because Klopp, this is my view, he starts this game because Klopp thought that for this fixture and the team that we're playing and we're at home, really and truly, they might give us but you should be cool in this one. This one's not, but this game then becomes that game where we need, remember I told you goes missing, and a couple of lads in there, Raya said something and it just touched me, but I didn't want to get into it too much. I didn't want to, obviously I knew we were doing this today, innit? But like, at the end of the day, when the going gets tough, you need certain guys, especially their midfielders in them key areas to like literally pick the game up by the scruff of the neck and start doing bits. I'm not even looking for that, the forward passing, just getting on the ball, a little turn here, a little, just to see, sometimes just your movement, you might take a player or two out, you know? And all of a sudden now, there's a hole now somewhere. Where's the hole? Can I find the hole? I'm not seeing that. He's hiding. He's not being thing enough for me, and I don't like that. I like when someone's see Snodgrass, honest guy, bro. You get where he's not our guy, but I look at him, I just want an honest game.
The tackle we put in on Andy Robertson was naughty. It was he let him know, like,
I'm here.
We might be like international colleagues, but you know what I mean, we're against each other today, but
I'm here.
I get what you're saying. So that leads me on. Okay, we were gonna go into the second goal, but before we do that leads me on nicely to then one of my questions today. How much did we miss Jordan Henderson?
I don't think we missed him in the sense because the team that we could put out should be good enough to beat West Ham.
Okay.
On paper.
Okay.
So Fabinho coming back, that allowed, Keita or Ox. I thought Ox probably might have kept his place in the team. I was quite surprised that Keita got the nod.
I think Ox could have probably started that game, personally. But yeah, you know what? Again, I'm not. Everyone knows how I felt about Mr. Henderson.
Not your favourite.
But in a game like that, and he plays, where we start doing some nonsense at places, he would have scruffed man up, bro. He said, "Listen, fix up. We didn't have that yesterday. I found that we didn't have that. I felt there was a little. Sometimes it's, I don't know. I do like to have a centre back as your captain." But I think overall, if you have a midfielder as your captain, and they're in between both. So you're in between your strikers and your defenders. So and just by where you are position-wise, even if there's something coming from the sideline, you get it a lot quicker. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you can relay that information. I just felt that there was a little bit of a gap at times. Like there wasn't that get up and go. Don't get me wrong. When we went 2-1 down, we changed the gears, Like it was like, I'm not joking. Them lot were like, whoa.
Yeah.
They're gonna get blasted. They're gonna get blasted.
We went from a Robin Reliant into a Lambo quickly. The pressure just built and built.
It's too much.
I think we missed his energy and his drive in midfield. I think we lacked that, and just him getting about the pitch and affecting the midfield, the opposition's midfield. I think West Ham were far too comfortable in midfield for me. Like, doing things that I didn't really expect to see West Ham doing at Anfield, kind of passes they were playing. I just felt like we missed something in there. 'Cause although Keita's there for the flair side of it, that side of it, I just feel like even with Ox, he gets back and he gets in the way and he runs back. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you don't really, I'm not like, you do get out of Naby, but I just don't feel like as effective as everyone else in the ranks, and especially not as effective as Jordan Henderson.
Oh, defo. Was it just me, or did anyone not see that? There's that lad that was at Hull. I forgot his name now. Low or something. No. He plays up the top. And basically, he come on yesterday, and he timed his run to perfection. The ball got through. If he keeps his head. He can actually, he's in. Or he could have just, if he had two options there, it would have been tight. But if he drops his shoulder, goes on the left, and then tries to hit it from the left-hand side, he might have got, I mean, I think, I don't know if it was Virgil or someone else did actually go back to cover. But it was a chance.
Yeah, well, you bring me on again. I was gonna talk about our defensive line and the height of it and how it works. Do you think our defensive line, the height of our defensive line, is a problem, Jules? Do you think like?
No, but the pace of them two can cover. No, 9 out of 10 times they cover. That's the thing. But you need, if we're gonna press, they need to come forward. Everyone needs to be in line. And the midfield pushes up, defense pushes up, or we're going to have gaps. So if you're going to press from the front, they're going to have a high line. And their pace does save them 9 out of 10 times. And then Addison could play the sweeper role in it.
But don't you feel like in that situation yesterday, there's no pressure on the ball from midfield. And Robertson tries to play the offside.
Well, it was 3-2 now, isn't it, at the time? If that happens.
Yeah, it is 3-2. But if there's no pressure on the ball in midfield, as a defender, as a left or a right back, if you see a guy running, you've either got to communicate it to your centre back or you've got to go with the run. But what Robertson does is he stops, tries to hold the line, he's onside, and then he's through. Whereas, in my opinion, if there's no pressure on the ball, you know that ball's going to come. If he makes the run, you go.
You got to.
You go. And then if it doesn't come, then you step back up and then he's offside,
He's
innit?
dead. Yeah.
So I feel like our line at the minute, although you're right, because we're pressing higher up the pitch and they have to move up the pitch. When it comes to those balls coming in from the opposition, we need to be a bit more switched on and follow the run and not worry about offside. You know? But again, we were but we were talking about Alisson's goalkeeping for the first goal. In that situation, he did
the second one, he couldn't view that much.
Yeah, but let's talk about that save.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, let's not disrespect that save.
No way.
Listen, man uses all parts of his body to save that.
Do you know what it is as well? I'm telling you now, at the moment, he's got that presence at the moment that has these guys, unless it's a stone cold killer, like striker that's doing their thing there, then maybe they get the thing on him. But right now, you see this guy comes up and you're like, oh, and you're trying to, my man was ready to stall him. He was like, oh no, I've just got to take my chance now. Boom. He knew when it was coming, anticipated it. Fantastic.
Hit him in his face.
It's fantastic. He's not, there's no fear, man. Listen.
But he kept us in some big games. He won us some big points.
Listen, I've always said,
you know what I mean?
A big keeper will be a good goalkeeper is a keeper that don't get hit enough, but when they need to be called up, he does it. And that's a lot. That's very difficult because you can switch off. You know what I'm saying? So it was a fantastic save.
Great save.
Made him look basic.
Yeah, he stayed big for as long as possible and just saves it.
Carrius, that's a goal.
Sorry. That is a blasphemy. I should give you some time out for that name there.
Okay.
Heard he's coming back though.
They don't want him.
Well, he's coming back to clean boots because you know what I mean? He ain't coming back between our sticks, but whatever. So West Ham's second goal, who scores it? Anderson that scores it?
No,
it's not.
4-0. Is it 4-0?
Yeah,
he just came on as a sub.
Yeah, he comes on as a sub. Yeah, and I'm a bit upset at our defending that he was allowed to be in our box, in and around the penalty spot with that much space between him and the goal. I mean, nobody was kind of on him. He just had the time to swipe at it, and it was a miss hit, but I think it's the miss hit that causes the goal. I think like it was that goal was a bit kamikaze. You could see it coming in the lead, the build up. Like there was a couple of times where we could have cleared it and we didn't. And then you just, I don't know, personally I just sensed it coming. And okay, takes it as a miss hit, takes it, scores us 2-1. I think West Ham think they're in dreamland.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking, oh man, we can't lose this unbeaten record to this mob.
Dead.
No way.
I know they need the points, but you're thinking, come on.
Allow it.
That's Liverpool of old, giving away points to teams in league.
This is our home record. I'm thinking, come on, man. We've got 4 games left to win. And then I was thinking to myself, time comes on, Ox comes on, and I'm thinking we need a goal by the 70th minute.
Didn't you feel the game changed though? Well, I don't want to change too much of the pace and the tempo of what we're saying, but I felt when Ox came on, I felt there was a little change. Like there was a point where he got a little shot off. The shot weren't really on thing, but it was like but that was just like, right, I'm here now. We need to start doing more now. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes little actions like that.
Yeah, there was more urgency when felt like there was urgency when he came on. Yeah, but do you think the players are feeling the pressure of going unbeaten? Because I mean, losing that game doesn't lose us the Premier League. Let's be honest, but it loses us.
I don't think there was any pressure really. yesterday, as you can see, they switched the gear up quickly. You know, I mean, we're fortunate to get the second goal to make it 2-2 on the 70th minute to give us another 20 minutes. And then after that was just onslaught, really. I don't think there was any pressure. I think there's more pressure from like the fans and we want the record. But for them, I know they're not speaking about it, but they've only got to win 4 games out of 12 and you got the title. So, but it's just at home. We just lost we lost. And this is our first home game back after we lose in Atletico. This is our first home game in front of the crowd. You know what I mean? We're thinking, well, come on, lads. This is West Ham, second from bottom. You know, we score early. You know,
I think even the crowd, I get what you're saying, because even the crowd, they tried to sing. They were singing, but not really singing. I think we have an air of arrogance about us, and we expect
at the moment.
At the moment, it's just like you said. It's just West Ham. They're bottom of the table. Like we're gonna score, innit? Like we must win this. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying because the performance was a little bit. Up until then, it was a little bit laboured. Do you know what I mean? So it wasn't.
But we know we got the good thing about this team. We know they got the gears to change up. That's of older past. That is what we know now. And I think that maybe played a little bit onto it because it could have been a draw. We could have been like, we'd have been happy for a draw, but because we won the win and we drew with that record now with Man City for 18 consecutive wins.
On the bounce,
I'm not saying it's playing in their heads, but I think they do know about it. They must know.
Yeah, of course. But they're not allowed to obviously let it run away with them. Do you know what I mean? So maybe not, man. But I felt the pressure of the unbeaten record. I tell you that. 'Cause I'm like, no way, not to West Ham, please. Like the banter would have been terrific, and I'm not here for the banter.
But when it got back to 2-2, I was like, okay, I don't think we're going to lose this game. Yeah. But then I thought, well, I want to be greedy. I want that goal.
Well, let's talk about that goal, though.
Let's talk about the second goal because it comes. Because another thing, does Robertson get left in the shade a little bit because his delivery isn't as whipperific as Trent's?
All them words there, I like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's nice.
Whipperific, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not as whipperific as Trent's, does he get left in the shadows? Because he put in a few crosses yesterday, man. Do you know what I mean?
You know what I like about Robotron, is his. You see what with Nathaniel, what we used to get with Nathaniel, he could get down the line, but then he used to just drill it across. But this here, man, Robbo can just cut back. That cutback was mental.
Yeah, to Salah.
Seriously, it was mad. It's just Salah hasn't connected well with it because if he connects with it too well,
it goes over the bar.
You know what I'm saying? It's just how it happens. It's just hit the target and it's.
That's what you can do in it.
Yeah, but I think what's his name does get in this. He should get a bit more, man.
Yeah,
get more plaudits, man.
Definitely,
because he gets down there.
Up and down there.
He even gets in. Sometimes he gets in with some good shooting positions, and you know what I mean.
I said it in the Anfield South WhatsApp group. Yeah, I said that's the last thing Robbo needs to add to his game is that confidence to have a shot
and have a go
and score because he gets himself in good positions up and down that wing. Do you know what I'm saying? He gets in the box. So I think
free kick duties. I think Trent's got more
in certain positions. Yeah, definitely. And then if it's a left footer, Mo likes to try and step up and take it, so it leaves Robertson in the cold a little bit. But yeah, definitely, I feel like Robbo needs a bit more appreciation for the work he puts in and some of the crosses. Just like you said, that cutback was devastating. And then that brings me on to the man himself, Mo Salah. Like you said, he doesn't hit it well, but he scores. Now, I'm asked the question, does Mo Salah's look like he's lacking confidence in front of goal?
It's a great question, you know.
Because that hit doesn't show me of a man who's in red hot form.
Do you know what, yeah? I don't think he's lacking confidence. I just think maybe at the minute, every now and again, players will hit these little dips in form, like, innit? And if you think about it, what is he on this season, like, Premier goals? Is it 15? Is he on maybe?
Something like that.
12 or 13, I think.
Because if you think about it, between him and remember, it's difficult when you're sharing the goals out amongst another two set of guys that are doing all right in the same side as you. I think he kind of goes. Do you know what? I've seen that. I don't know if we're gonna go on to the talk of what's his
Jamie
name?
And Gary.
Yeah, they're talking about him being unappreciated and all this stuff. Like,
I actually really agree with Carragher. I think he's very unappreciated at the moment, and I think Cara hit the nail on the head.
But it's true though. It is true. Out
what
of the three,
aspect?
out of the three, who would we want to sell and who can market on? Like I said, the thing is, we've been for the last couple of seasons. Yeah, we've seen players out of team and they've gone, and we're like, come on, we keep them. Suarez, Torres, Coutinho. We've had players, and we're thinking, why can't we keep them? So now, to me, there's no player.
Are you expecting the superstar to leave?
I mean, I don't mind them going, because like they haven't really gone off anything great. So if Suarez, I think FSG, if they look at it, if we brought Salah in for what, 36 mil, and we can get 150 at his age, we could cash in. We could cash in, and at the moment, I don't mind we cashing in. I don't expect them to stay there anymore. There's no, I don't expect them to be the 5-6 years or team of Carragers. They're not going to be like that anymore. So, as you talked about Warner and the new guys, like Sancho can come in younger. Remember, this is a business now. It is a business.
Well, we have to improve after this season. I mean, we can't just drop off.
We can't. I don't think we can stay with the same team for the third season because, like I said, if they're going to win the league, they won the league, won Champions League. For you, what else do you want me to do at Liverpool? You know, I'm going to be down in your history books regardless. You mean
where's the motivation? Basically,
where's the motivation? And then, like you said, you might want to.
The motivation should come from dominate. You want to dominate now. I get what you're saying.
You might want to move. You might want to try something. Someone's going to give you 300 grand at your age.
But Jules' opinion is the opinion of a lot of Liverpool fans. Like they expect Salah to maybe go. They don't mind losing Salah. Hence why he's underappreciated. You look right. Listen, I'm literally echoing what Carragher said. In that first season, not even in the second season. How many times were we hearing the Mo Salah song to the point where we were hearing the Mo Salah song when Mane scored. Like how we hear the Bobby song now. That's how. How often do you hear the Mo Salah song?
No, it's not as much.
Exactly. That is a sign that he's not as appreciated. And the thing is,
and you'll hear it as a player. You'll hear the song.
Exactly.
You'll hear
it. They know. You asked Van Dijk and Gomez. Did a thing for social media. It was called Face Off, and they were asked questions. And they said, "What's your favourite song?" Like I'm just on the cop at the moment, and they said Bobby Firmino's song. Do you know what I'm saying? So the players are aware. Anyway, point being, he's definitely underappreciated for me, and I think it's sad because when Carragher put up his numbers, only Lionel Messi has better numbers than him
for goals and assists.
Yeah, which is crazy. And Liverpool fans would be happy to let him go over the other two and replace him with a Sancho or a Werner. It's mad. Absolutely mad.
I don't, like I said, it's just become
custom.
Like a custom, like you said.
No.
But, like I said, he's 28, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's 28.
I want to see him in Liverpool shirt until he's 36. For me, we need to build on this team. And building on this team is keeping everybody and adding to it. How Klopp does that, I don't know. But that's for me is the next step. Not okay, we'll ship him out and we'll bring this.
No, I don't think they want to. I don't think unless personal reasons he wants to go. But like I said, after you win this season, you might review it and say, look, I've done my service.
Well, are Barcelona and Real Madrid a big draw for players like Salah now? Given the fact where we are in world football, European football.
Yeah, technically speaking, at the minute, for me, right now, with what Liverpool are doing and what they could end up doing, I'd rather be at Liverpool. I'm not saying, obviously, it sounds biased, but really, if you look at Barca, are struggling right now. They're having to draw for a man from Middlesbrough. That's the geezer's trying to do keepy uppies and stuff like that, and he's struggling.
I heard he had a good first game.
Did he?
I heard he had a couple 3 assists or something like that in his first game.
In that game, yeah? And what they won, yeah?
Yeah, I think
right,
so,
but what is it? Who they play?
It doesn't matter.
But anyway, it don't matter anyway, regardless of the thing, innit? What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the draw, like Barca were not the same side, innit? They had a terrific team in it when Pep was there, and whatnot. Real Madrid, same. Their team's bit thinged on money. It's always been that. They had the Galacticos. That's hence why they got the name the Galacticos. Whoever's the biggest man player out there, they're buying him.
Yeah,
That's how it works,
well, any team like I think you can go into, if Neymar leaves PSG, they're going to need to replace him with someone. and they've got the money power.
But are PSG levels for a player of Salah's talent? Are they levels?
Yeah, you got to be looking at it like, really, if he goes anywhere, it's
gotta be Spain.
It's got to be Spain.
Yeah, that's the only
Where you
place
gonna?
he
You
could
can't
logically
go nowhere else. You're gonna go France. You're actually going
Down.
No, but I mean, you're either going for money.
But that's what I mean. What is it? What is it that motivates him
Yeah,
as a player?
we don't know.
Does he want it? But I thought from
He's Muslim.
Yeah, he was
I don't
humble.
think money's the motivator.
No, he
for
was
him.
humble.
I thought myself he was always about proving himself, because his thing was when he left Chelsea.
Yeah, he wanted to come
Yeah,
back
he
to
wanted
the
to come
Premier
back
League
and
to
do his
prove
thing,
himself,
and he's
yeah.
done that. He's gone. He went there, and then he went. What was it? It was Basel. He was at Basel, then he went Chelsea. From Chelsea, went to was it? No, when
Roma.
It was it Roma
Chelsea,
straight? Was it
yeah,
Roma straight
yeah,
away?
it
Yeah.
was Roma, yeah.
And then we took him from Roma, right? And then obviously from then now he kicked on at Roma, he kicked on at us. So now what do you do? The only place you can finish up then is really, if you're going to say that, is Barca or Real. Are you really going to go Real Madrid with what they're dealing with right now? It's not really popping off at Real.
Nah.
When you think about it,
They're winning their league, aren't they? But they're not.
it's not
not
the same,
ripping up
innit?
trees, yeah.
It's not the same. It's not the same. So I don't know. Will he stay? Will he not? What I would love to see is what Sim's saying. If we keep him, and then you go and get someone like Werner, however you pronounce
Yeah, that's a
his name,
statement.
that is like, rah.
That's a statement.
You got these. That's what I'm looking at. If
Four.
you can have these guys, and really, if they believe in the project, then that's what it's all about. If they believe they're going to be playing a part in this thing, because you can't expect to play every game.
Yeah.
But what they need to look at that and go, actually, those two boys are African, so you know what?
But we're
They're
gonna lose them,
go-
innit? Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to be playing at this point in the thing, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at it like that, and you can be part of something great. That's what I want us to try and do. If we do that, then we can dominate for a longer time than what you know. What I mean, I'm looking at this thinking, yeah, I want this Premier, but I want to know how. I don't want to win the Premier and next season it's dead again. You know what I mean? I'm waiting too long for this.
That's where Klopp comes into it. That's where Klopp plays a big part in recruiting and keeping the team motivated to go again. And he's done that for the last, because when you think about 4 years, since he's been
But
there.
it's different though. I think it's different. I think when you get to this point now where we're at, it's different because
you mean by different, harder to motivate them?
yeah, because what it is, you've gone like, so when he's come in, he's done
It's been a bit, yeah. And now we're at the top step.
Boom. So you can always say to them, look, you were there, now you're there. You're there. So you made Europa final, you made a Champions League final,
You won the Champions
then
League.
you won the Champions League. You know, you
97
finished,
points, lost one game.
Bam. You know what I'm saying? So you're showing and now they're getting to the point, like, think of it like this. We win this league, and we win this league unbeaten. Like, what do you say to the team again? Because really, what he said to them last year was, right, you lost one game, you drew this many games, and you lost the league, like, by a point or whatever. So next season, wins, innit? If you win, you can't lose this thing.
That's what someone told me at work. Someone goes to me, what do you expect to win this season? I said, got to win every game. Literally, because that's what I thought City is how City was going on.
Yeah.
I thought
When-
we had
at
to
the
win
start
every
of the
game.
season, yeah.
I said we had to win every
At the start
game.
of the season, that's what you would 100% said, we have to win every
And
game.
people are like, nah, that's unheard of. But that's what the record, that's how we was moving. Both City and Liverpool was moving last season. You had to win every game to more or less get to position where we are at the moment. And like you said, it's, when you, like you said, talking about are we one of the greatest club teams we've ever seen, by now in the Prem, we are 26 games, 25 wins. I mean, come on. Realistically, that's, you know what I mean? Like I said, to make us win yesterday from accepting it maybe from 2-1 down to make it 2-2 and then going to win it 3-2, you're like, well, you know what I mean? And then make it was 4-2, but we got disallowed.
that was probably the best goal of them all, but we won't go there. Let's finish this off quickly. So, Salah being underappreciated, you would agree? Would you agree
Yeah,
with me?
I agree.
What about you, Jules? Would you
I
agree?
Yeah, no, like I said, like you don't really hear his song that much, and maybe he's feeling it or something.
His work rate is phenomenal. Let's have it right. I don't think you understand. Personally, I think he's working harder than what I've seen him work before in previous seasons. He's working for the team. He's just not coming off for him in front of goal. And I think a lot of people getting frustrated with him because he's doing things and they're seeing this pass or this or that. But you got to remember, Salah's of that single-minded mentality. And I said it before, I'm going to say it again one last time. You need those killers in your team. You need those killers who are going to see the whites of the goalpost and be like, I'm hitting the back of the net. Whether they do or not is another story, but that's what they're going for. And I've said it before, you need different components in your team to make the team and make it tick. And Salah, whilst we don't have an out-and-out number 9, Salah is our number 9 in his mentality. And he'll always go for goal and he'll always try and score. Don't get me wrong, he's not that he doesn't assist people, but that's his first thought. Can I get a shot off? Can I score?
That's what you need.
blame him
If
for
you don't
that.
shoot,
That's
don't
what you
score.
need.
innit?
That's it, and that's what you need. That's how we've got where we are right now. Do you know what I mean? With that mentality, but yeah, man. I think people need to love Mo a bit more, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Show him the love, because
Well, we try and go up there and we're singing a song.
I don't want to see him walk out the door, man. It'd be a shame. It'd be a shame if he walked out and then it comes out. Oh, I didn't feel loved by the fans. You know what I mean? It'd be a shame.
We love you, Mo.
Come on, Mo. You know what I mean? Especially because you signed my shirt, Mo.
Got you, bro.
Oh, jeez. Another one of the front three, Bobby Firmino. Beautiful player. We all love Bobby, but this hoodoo he's got, man. No goal at Anfield this season.
It's wild, isn't
And
it?
especially when you had that chance at
The header at the back post.
Yes, it's wild.
I was almost on my sofa like.
It's a bit wild, isn't it?
Head it myself.
Oh man.
I don't know what's going on there, man. I don't know.
Someone who shall remain nameless, yeah, because I don't want to break their juju skills, said Bobby's gonna score the winning goal that clinches us the title at Anfield this season.
Wow.
Have a bang on that.
Well,
have a
look,
bet on that.
You won us this, so I don't mind what you're doing, bro.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
So, but yeah, do we mind he hasn't scored at Anfield yet?
Nah.
Not a problem for you.
Nah, because what he does is what he brings and what he does and brings to the team. It's that you sit there and you think about this front three, and we sit there talking about Salah going, and if he does, he's someone I'd want to hold on to as well, because he balances that. Literally, they're on either side of him, but he brings balance to that forward line, innit? You sometimes need that guy that's going to drop in a bit deeper, and if he picks it up, now he gets the turn on. Now you got your two other forwards here now, going to cause these boys some problems. And if they don't go with him, he can go himself. And he might not be the fastest, but he's got twinkle toes, bro.
He's quick.
Samba, boy.
He's got them feet.
It's Samba through you.
Do you think, Jules, that maybe Firmino's preparing himself for more of a number 10 role if we?
Yeah, he could. He
get
could
the
drop.
likes
He
of-
could. I always said that Firmino could play midfield. He could always play. We were struggling to find that number. Replace Coutinho. I thought he could always play there if we get someone else, because he can link the play well, and he's a forward anyway, so he could think like that, and he could slip some passes in. But yeah, he's not. If he doesn't score, like you said, others are. We have kept going and scoring in every game that we played in.
The only problem I think you have with that is I find sometimes his tackling is a bit reckless, isn't it? And when I say tackles, I'm not talking about his sliding. He gives away. Don't get me wrong, because sometimes it's down the other end, innit? But because it's not affecting us down here, innit? But sometimes it's like it's cool because we kind of got it under control, innit? Like what's happening, innit?
But he always comes deep to pick up the ball anyway.
He does. He comes really deep. Yesterday he was coming basically as like the DM would, and receiving the ball like Fabinho would.
How many goals has Firmino scored from outside the box? Because remember, if he's going to play that position, you're going to be expecting him to do certain things like that. And I don't see one thing.
He doesn't score many from
He
outside the box.
He's a fox in the box. I find he does more of his work is inside there, innit?
But if you put Firmino in a number 10 role, then he finds his way into the box. He might not be the guy that shoots. He might not be the guy that shoots from outside the box, but he will play that pass, and he's the guy to
forward,
follow that pass.
But I think sometimes you are. But there's times in the game where you ain't got that, and you're gonna need to be able. You're gonna have to take that. So for example, argument's sake, I know we can't all be Coots, but Coots would get that ball, flick it out on the right foot, whip, bang. You can see it coming. You couldn't do nothing about it.
Yeah. But how do we know that Firmino doesn't have that in his armory and he's just not really used it? If you put him in that 10 role, he might then all of a sudden think, well, I need to now do this now. Do you know what I mean?
But I mean, even them times, I don't know. I don't know. I just even still, I don't think we score enough goals from outside either. Like we score goals, but we don't score goals from outside there. Man, take a touch, bang it. I don't mind if it goes in row flipping wherever it is, but
Ox is the only one that can shoot outside the box.
He tries a thing anyway.
He does. That's
he
what I
gives
mean.
it a go. He
Other
came
from
on
that,
yesterday.
there is no.
I weren't screwing with him yesterday. If it's like if we're trying our hardest to try and get a goal and the man's just lashing the ball any old way, then I'll be annoyed. But if there's purpose in it, no, why not, man?
No.
But then you got to think, most of our players come down our wings. a crosses coming in, so they're always going to be in the box, and they're never going to be outside the box.
But this
so
is
coming from.
No, I get that, but that's what my next point is. This, there's going to be times, it hasn't happened too much this season, but where teams will go, right, these boys want to do this. We're going to force them to do this, and we've been forced and it's only because just sheer brute force we've got our goals, Like,
a lot of teams force us wide.
Yeah.
A lot of teams force us
You get
wide.
it?
Yeah.
Trust me, when you think about it as well, really, Mane can score headers, but realistically, again, the balls come in, but I don't think people are really appreciating the way this kid, Trent, puts the ball in the box, He puts it in there in such a way that you're scoring. It don't matter, innit? But if you've got
defenders can't get it,
it's
goalie
just
can't.
mad.
Yeah.
It's just you don't have to be the tallest guy
That's what I'm
in the
saying.
box because he puts it in such a area, and the run is so quick and the movement is so good that we get on the end of it. You get the smaller players on the end of it as opposed to those big 6-foot defenders.
I
Man.
felt we struggled against Atletico when with that though, where they were doing that.
But they were so good in there.
Yeah, but they're big. But they're big lads as well, though. You know what I'm saying?
They were clearing everything. I think against Atletico, we needed more shots from outside the box.
100%.
Yeah, but
There you go.
yeah. Talking about Trent and his whippage, that's where the third goal comes from. I mean, his position on the pitch, when they showed the replay of the goal, like when they're analysing the game, he was actually in a winger's position on the pitch, and it's pointed out that Salah was actually in a more of a right back's position, and he doesn't give it up. And Gary Neville said it, and it's true. Even in my day, the little football I play,
you get run back in it.
You're running back, like the ball's going out. Like let me get back in it. This kid stays in.
But this is what I'm trying to say. This is where we went for the win. This is what I'm saying. This is where we went for the win. Where, like you said, it would have been run back. Let's get the 2-2. We was on top then, and then this is the difference now.
Does that show the great mentality that Klopp has installed in the team?
Yeah.
That the players have. That even the right back is saying, "No, man, we want these 3 points."
That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to say.
But I said before a while back when we were at first we were being chased by City last season. I just didn't think that we didn't have the title winning mentality, because the only players in that team that had actually done that was Milner, and Henderson had a little bit of a thing in it when but really to maintain, now they've all had it. So now that's
won something.
But it's not just that. I mean, last season they had it. What it was, they've lost it last game of the season, and they've gone rah. That's how it is. Trent was gutted that day. But you know what? They go, cool, next season we come again. And that's what's happened. And that's the difference. Like, you're looking in a game and you're like, I don't want to feel that feeling again. So the gears go up, bro. And we're winning this game. We're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. And that's what it is. If you saw the way when we scored that, was it the second? No, it wasn't even the second. No, the second, it was like most pretty much just said, yes, let's get the ball, let's do our thing, let's get back. Third goal goes in. I see man are slapping asses and they're like, yeah, all right, cool, we're good again, we're good.
Yeah, because I think at 3-2, they know how to control the game.
You understand?
And they can keep the
They're
ball.
like, right, lads, we went up 1-0 up, and then we've gone down in this game. This is it now. We got to hold it
Because that's
again.
like the first time we've got scored first and actually
behind.
gone behind.
It's mad.
All season.
Yeah.
They don't
Well,
have that.
against Man United, we went and then we drew.
Yeah.
That's
But
it.
there you go. Right,
And from that, we've always, but the marginally, we haven't basically, we've been in 2-1s, 1-0s, and this is the second time we've let in 2 goals in a game. Like, one was Everton, we beat them 5-2, and then yesterday, West Ham, innit?
I'm saying, so our mentality's been on point, man.
Heavy.
And we've controlled games so well this season, and definitely a lot better than we did yesterday. I don't know what happened yesterday. I don't know if it was that hangover,
You have it.
winter break
But
hangover.
that's what I was
I'm not
about to
sure.
say. I was just about to say, we can't really use any excuses. Like before, when we have a winter break, we come back and like last year we
were
had
saying
4
we're tired.
draws.
Yeah.
Or the wind's blowing, and
Nah, but you know what? In all fairness, man, if you've played how this team's played all season, you're gonna have that. I have to
drop-off.
say that. Yeah, it don't matter what it is. You're gonna get a drop off, and I don't mind that. I can take if you're having drop offs, and you're still winning games.
But I
Come on,
think the
man,
drop
that
off.
is mad.
But the thing is, I think what's helped us was winning this. That we won something again. That was our break. That was where we thought maybe we're 2 games behind. They got a winter break. They're going to be legally. But as you keep winning mentality, You come
think
back
it spurs you on a bit
yeah, you
more,
come back
man.
as world champions, and then we come back world champions. Then the gap just got bigger.
You're right. We did kick on.
Yeah, the
well
gap just
after-
got the gap
after
got
that.
Can we
bigger.
come back and smack up Leicester? And then,
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
that was
that
on
game
paper.
was unexpected though.
That
be
on
fair,
paper,
the
that
way
was
we
a hard
wrapped them
game
up.
for us.
Yeah, it was, especially at their place.
4-0.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
So there's no. I mean, I heard the biggest excuse on the weekend. Man lost the fight because he had put armor on.
Nonsense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're not playing with those excuses anymore.
There isn't.
Do you think there will be a drop off? Because I mean, 4 games to go.
After
the 4 games, once it's confirmed, whether it's 4 games, 5 games, 6 games, as soon as it's confirmed that we're Premier League champions, do you think there will be a drop off?
Well, this is where it comes into what competitions we're still in. Because we got Chelsea, we got the game we got Watford on Saturday, 5:30. Then we got the Chelsea game. So the Chelsea game is, FA Cup. Depending on what they do tonight, depending on how they are. But, that might be the only competition they have to play for.
Yeah.
And what do we play? Do we play, because I thought Minamino, we haven't really talked about him, he's there, and I thought maybe that could have had a little game in or sometime.
He's settling in, so
Yeah,
we're not
man.
really
I'm not on him at
rushing
all.
to see what he does yet.
I'm not on him at all.
He's got half a season, so we're not rushing to see.
No,
what
but
he
that's what I
does.
mean. Are we going to start embedding him after we win? Like,
Possibly.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Possibly,
So,
but does that mean there's just because we're bedding in for, Minamino? Does that mean there's going to be a drop off?
No, it shouldn't
Should
be.
there
No,
a
no,
drop-off?
there
I
shouldn't
think. Do you know what? I actually think with this team, their whole thing was to set out and lay a marker down this season. So if I'm gonna throw my hat down, I think they're gonna go for it. I don't think there'll be a massive drop off.
I'm glad you said it because that's the corner I'm in as well.
Yeah, I think they will.
I don't think Klopp will allow the drop off. He
Nah.
will not allow the drop off. He will be a bit like Pep Guardiola in that sense when Man City won the title but they wanted the 100 points.
Yeah.
He'll want the next thing. He'll say, right lads, you've got it, but there's something else now. You could be even greater now. He will find the words.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
the way
if you
to
could do
keep
that,
them
yeah.
going for the rest of those games.
That's the way.
And I don't think Klopp's a guy, people talk about, once we secure the Premier League, maybe resting for the Champions League. I don't think he does that.
No.
I think he plays exactly as if he's still fighting for that title. The best team week in, week out. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't foresee a drop off. I really don't. I hope
not.
I don't even think Klopp. If we clinch it, we clinch it at Crystal Palace. I don't even think Klopp will allow a celebration. He will allow a mini celebration in the change room. Yeah, we're good. But once that have finished, done. There'll be no parties, nothing like that until the end of the season. Because you think about it. If we keep going in the Champions League, he can't afford for the team to be partying because then their mind's not right for the Champions League game.
That's true.
So he can't allow for a drop off. Even after the Palace game, if we beat Atletico, that's before the Palace game, isn't it? So if we'll be in the next round. So there'll be, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
There'll be so much to fight for. So yeah, man, no drop off for me, man. I think we stay focused and we keep going, man.
I'm agreed.
Heads down. Another thing I wanted to ask, it was about Virgil being captain. I was happy to see him as captain. But I didn't quite go right for him. Obviously with the scoreline, man, like 3-2. We've been keeping clean sheets, and then he gets the armband, then it's like it goes a bit downhill. How do you think the defense performed over the course of that 90 minutes, man, yesterday, man?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, if I'm really honest, brutally honest. And remember, we've been performing at a high level for a period of time this season. But if there's anything, when you're talking about drop-offs, we're talking about Salah not being... there's times in games these boys switch off. Like, Virgil, as much as I love you, bro, no homo, but yeah, I love that guy. But he's had times in the games that he's switched off. And he's made mad mistake. And it might be Alisson to, like, save him or something. You know what I mean? Like, we have been a bit... it's no way near when we had Ninja Skirt on them guys, yeah, but
I love a ninja.
yeah, I'm not taking what I'm saying. I'm not taking nothing away from your guy, but I'm just saying, innit? So yeah, it is what it is. I think them guys have made mistakes, and there has been times when they've been switching off and stuff.
I expected a better performance from Virgil last night, if I'm honest. I think
because he got the armband.
Yeah, I thought that would galvanise him just that little bit more.
Do you think Gomez made mistakes last night?
I thought Gomez was alright last night.
Yeah.
I thought he was excellent last night. I think there was one challenge he had against Antonio, who's not a little boy, he's a big lad, and he bodied him.
I didn't think Virgil had a bad game because when he was on one-on-one, he controlled it. I don't think he had any, in the sense of like errors or anything.
I'm not saying he had a bad game, but I thought he'd have a better game. I.e., their second goal, I think Virgil should be closer to him. Definitely. And don't allow him, that space to actually get that shot off. And if he does get that shot off, he blocks it, the 2-1. Do you see what I mean? Listen, people out there, we're being hypercritical, yeah? Like, because we're 22 points clear.
22.
Like, life's good right now.
That's it, man. Hit me with some 22.
I'm sitting on 22.
This podcast wouldn't exist if we didn't pick at the performance. So, you know, I'm being hypercritical. I just feel like having the armband, it could have. I felt there was maybe an extra 10% coming from Virgil. You know what I mean? I'm not in his facial expressions because that guy is as fucking cool as a cucumber in every situation. Do you know what I'm saying? That guy could be in the depths of hell and he still won't bust a sweat. You know what I'm saying?
No chance.
But no, it's just my personal opinion. Do you know what I mean?
I think he done all right. I think that he could be the future captain though.
Oh, 100%.
Easy.
100%. But
easy.
What's the age? I don't know the age difference between him and Henderson, but I don't see Henderson relinquishing that armband anytime soon, man. He's been amazing this season, man. Come on, man. Just quickly, that third goal, Mane gets his goal.
Yeah.
But you know what? He was pissed when he came off. You know.
Yeah, he was upset.
He was.
He was upset.
See, the walk he took long.
He went round the yeah, but he was when he took. You could see in his face, and
yeah.
The thing is, when a game like that. It was kind of won. He's kind of just come back from injury. Do you know what I mean? And that's the other thing that they pointed out actually about the front three. Salah doesn't miss games. Very rarely misses games. You know what I mean? He's always there. Mane's been injured this season, so I think that was the right substitution to make. If I'm honest, you know, protect him. There's no need for him to.
But then,
to be fair, I think. Sorry, go on.
No, but I was gonna say that showed me that we wasn't mucking about when he banged on Matip.
Bang.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That was what I was going to say. I was going to back you up. I was going to back you up on that because that was what it is. You got to say, right, you know what? I want to win this. That's it.
No foolishness.
Forget this nonsense now. It's nonsense.
But then Matip gives away a stupid.
I know, man.
And I'm thinking,
where it was.
You remind me of Robertson against Leicester last season. I was thinking,
and it's the angle where that free kick was as well. It was like, this is drama.
Again, man.
Drama.
Luckily, it was nothing. But yeah, Klopp doesn't play, man. Like he wanted to secure the bag. He brought Matip on. I'm okay with that, man. I want to see that, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
do you know what? The run, you see when we scored the fourth, obviously that was disallowed. But what I respected there, yeah, please, can someone put some respect on Trent's run, like, yeah? The geezer's just gone, yo, the gap, boom, gone, yeah? Ball gets played in, no nonsense, you know, boom. This is what I mean about how he puts the ball in the air, into areas that's going to cause you problems. You know what I mean? That corridor, bro.
That of uncertainty.
Yo.
Yes. So it was an amazing piece of football from the team and a great cross from Trent and a nice finish from Mane for that fourth goal.
Nice.
But yeah, he was offside from last week. Man.
Straight.
You know what I mean? So,
straight.
I mean, you lot can stop saying Liverpool. You know
You know what I mean? Jesus
crap.
creepers.
You know what I'm saying? Because, it doesn't wash.
I've got a question actually for you guys though. There's something that keeps popping up. I keep seeing on social media and stuff. You know where people keep doing this talk of, the Premier League's really... Is the Premier League's that bad this season, right? Yeah. I just want to get you two's views on that, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. I hate the fact that people are saying the Premier League's weak this season because if you compare our league to the leagues around Europe, bar us, everyone has the same points as the European leagues. It's all the same. I'm saying, why does our league have to be bad? Why can't we just be exceptionally good? We have literally just raised the bar this season to a point where we're making everybody look ordinary. But compared to everyone else, they're the same. They're the PSG, and they're all the same. We've actually played out of our skin. Any football fan that cannot doff their cap to us and admit we've been the best team this year doesn't deserve to watch football anymore.
But to me, it's like, when we just got to 3 finals. Is it boring? They won 3 finals. Is that boring?
Yeah.
It's not boring. They got there on merit. So for all you out there, like when we get to the final again, you see what I won. No, but for real. But we're doing what we're doing. We're doing bits, innit?
Do you know what my view on it? Yeah, is this: Leicester City won the league. Yeah, the season they won the league, all these
That
other
was a poor league.
everyone was in transition of some sort, and everyone was going through madness. Like, yeah, it was that bad that Tottenham thought that they were on a title charge, and of a 2-horse race they finished third. So let's not go there. Yeah, when Man City were duffing up the league, not last season, the season before that, yeah, when they got this 100
No one was
points
talking
thing,
about
I
as
wasn't
poor.
hearing no talk.
No.
When Mourinho was at Chelsea not that long ago, and they were just smashing up games with Diego Costa and that, I wasn't hearing no talk of. So now we're doing something that no one else has done. It means now that it's
All of a sudden, it's a poor league.
it's poor. That's poor. Like, even if you think about it, it's a poor league. You got Wolves doing their thing in Europe. Arsenal, as dead as they have been, are still in Europe.
Look at Sheffield United.
All the teams that went through to Europe from the Premier League, yeah, are still in
it,
Europe.
yeah.
I'm not having it. I'm not having it, man. Stop it. Stop it, man.
Behave.
All I want to hear is put some respect on our name,
Yes.
and that's it. That's
Yes.
all I'm good with. I'm
Yeah.
back what you're saying.
Yeah, that's
100.
it. That's it, man.
Rant over, guy.
Yeah, we've been exceptional this season, and the way it's going, man, it's
Records are going to be broken
records are being broken
Yo.
and written.
and we're stepping ever so closer to that holy grail, man.
Smashing records like we're at a Greek party, bro.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you.
Oh, boys, listen, it is that time.
Yeah.
where we have to say goodbye. It's been a pleasure, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. You know what I mean? Share it on your WhatsApp. All of that. Do you know what I'm saying?
What does that say? Kings of England, Kings of Europe.
Soon to be. But listen, yeah. Follow us on Twitter, as you can see, at South Anfield. Instagram, Anfield_South1, all that good stuff. And again, if you want to hit the WhatsApp group up, just send us a DM.
Do that.
I've been your boy Slim as always. And
Freak in
Jules
the
been off
building.
with us today. My boy Bajan Bruce.
Bajan Bruce.
You know what I'm saying? Guys, until the next time, man. Peace.
Peace.